well, not thoroughly, a collective read, if you will. It is so warm here today. It's like muggy as fuck. Hopefully you're having a good day and it's sunshine where you are. I think we're gonna get rain for the next couple days, so I should be golfing, but we're not doing that today. Maybe later. Maybe we'll go later. What day is it? Oh, it's Monday. That's right. Good old Monday. Okay. Hey, Easy. How's it going? Okay, we're going to pull from this one. We'll wait for a few more people to come in. Oh my gosh. Bet you everybody's at work. How's it going? How are you doing? Lovely to see you. All right. Oh, seriously, like I should if I turn my fan on, it'll be way too hot in here. And if I bring the AC in, well, it's not a one-man job. So I'm going to have someone here. Joy will have to be home to help me. Or else I'll just drop it out the window. It reminds me of, what is it? Not Big Dad, Happy Gilmore. When he's like, Mr. Mista. She like drops the AC on the Mr. Mista lady. Okay, these are probably shuffled. So I don't even know if I can wear my glasses. They're just slipping off my face. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, every time. Every time. We got the horse. Hello, Captain. How's it going? Okay, so we've got the horse for the collective read. This one's actually quite beautiful. And I do feel like it's quite fitting for what, like, a lot of us are, well, most of us are kind of going through something at the time, like right now, this current, right? Whether it be big or small, but just know that I'm always here for you if you need it. If you need it, yeah, well, if you need my help, kind. I just got super stoned before this live, so now I'm just, I didn't mean to. I think the heat's getting to my head too. Okay, so we have momentum, freedom, and expansive energy and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back toward any goal. No matter how difficult the terrain, a horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When in balance, achieves anything and never gives up. When out of balance, runs away and feels weak. To bring into balance, strength training, and meditation. I think that is, like I said, very fitting for, you know, a kind of a more positive, uplifting outlook to, hopefully there's a silver lining in kind of all of the darkness right now that people are going through. And I'm not saying everybody's life is total trash or rubbish right now. I'm saying that there's things that are going on within our lives or that are causing our energy to feel a little bit depleted. Hey, Sweet Pea, how's it going? You know, those kinds of things. It's a matter of, am I going to get through this? How am I going to come out of it? And why the fuck does this keep happening? You know what I mean? Asking those questions is very important because that's how you and the universe communicate. You know, I don't know if it depends on your religion or what you're comfortable with or how you speak to the creator. Whichever way you go about it, just make sure that you're asking the questions that are answerable. You know what I mean? There's some things that we aren't just not allowed to have the answer to, or we ask the wrong questions, or well, you know, all of those things. Holy shit, it's hot in here, dude. Okay, so I am going to use some tea leaves, but I also want to use, oh, they're over here. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, so we'll use these ones as well. Look at my crystals. It's getting a little bit full. But I always forget, and it's important to kind of like have some here around the situation. So let me move this up. These ones I just like mixed They're both Doreen Virtue. One is like the Archangel Healing deck, and the other one is, I think they're both healing decks. They just have different names. I'll find the boxes for you if you care, like after. Hello? Hello, She-Man. How are you? Yes, there's always a chance, even if in the afterlife. I think that's beautiful. Absolutely. Well said. You know, it's our human right to, you know, enjoy some of these things like happiness and love, if you will, or whatever, you know, it's we should all be feeling it. We should all be able to enjoy these things. Yeah, of course. I have to acknowledge you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all being here too. People forget that. Chat matters, subs matter. They're family in a lot of ways, you know, or mine are anyways, so. Uh-oh, Sweet Pea. Sorry, you're going through what you're going through, hon. I'm not sure the extent of it, but I did get a new phone number. I had to do it like 3 times, so that's why it's been difficult to keep in touch, but I'll send you my new. Okay, so there is a card flipped here, and it does, I will take it just because I don't know why it's flipped, and we have to acknowledge these things. So we have past life issues coming up. Now, the situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. So ask your angels to help you remember to release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. I mean, your spirit team, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't have to be whatever you believe in, okay? Whatever tickles your fancy. I do feel like it's important though, because when we learn these lessons, in order to not carry them with us, like to the next life, to the next life, to the next life, and so on, we have to learn from them the way that it's meant to kind of embed itself, right? Or make it integrate itself into our existence. So let's just make sure that we're all healing and asking the right questions in the sense of, and doing the healing properly. You know, we've gone through breakups or loss or everyday trials and tribulations, even if it's stumping your knee on or hitting your knee or your toe on something, like even those little things, like they can hinder or affect our energy as well. So we should have done this outside on the deck. We might actually go out there. I might move you guys. We need a breeze in here. Okay. So I will take one more, please, if you're willing to give us one for the collective read. Maybe not. That's unusual. Oh, we found it. Okay. So that's a clump, but you know what? We're not doing anything, so I'll take them. So we have forgiveness. Okay, that's settling into correlation with the past life issue. Forgiveness heals. We all forget that. So like forgiveness isn't for anybody except for you. You know, we don't have to forget the things that have been done to us. We don't have to forget what we went through. Like those are the references as to what we don't want to go through again or what we won't accept for ourselves anymore. I feel like, you know, a simple reminder of that gently every day for yourself, like that is what is the healing that will not bring these past life. Some of them are quite horrific, these experiences, and especially if you have to feel them kind of on repeat, you know what I mean? Like that's hard to go through. Also, maybe some of us are not eating right for our blood type. I'm not going to say that you have to eat organic. I'm going to suggest that maybe not eat so much processed things. That can also affect our energy. That is something that is huge. We consume a lot of stuff that blocks certain parts of our system that cause us to fall into, you know, a deeper depression or little things like that can cause a lot of health problems if we don't deal with. We store a lot of shit on top of the stuff that we're eating that's not good for us. So, I mean, you know, bad on top of more bad. It's just you're really piling a garbage dump inside of you in a weird way. That was a weird way to put that page, but y'all get it. Okay, so laughter is the best medicine. So, you know, suggesting that, you know, doing things that make you feel the most excited about, or that there's a passion for, or that gives you drive or incentive of some sort, to feel joy and to accept laughter into your life, to accept the joy. You know, for a long time, like when I'm depressed, I don't want anything to do with anything or anybody, and that's not a good way. So like I'm can say these things to you because I live them, you know, this is experience. And make sure that you're thanking, you know, your spirit guides and yourself too for making changes or assisting in doing so, and staying positive. I know that's very t-shirt cliche and it's not what we always want to hear, but it's like frolic. And so I love the word frolic. Who are you? This is lovely. That's my favorite. So staying positive and making sure that you're putting positive things out and being grateful, you know, for recovery. And it can be recovery, you know, it was just mentioned in the chat, but like, I do wish all of you the most best, smooth recovery with the greatest outcome for your highest good. You know, that's what we have to do for each other, like for everybody. So second opinion. I do feel like if this is more of on the medical side or that the physical health aspect rather than the spiritual, I feel like you're being encouraged to maybe get a second opinion on, you know, from another health practitioner or whatever you want to call it. So then we have stretching. Okay, so when I see this card, it doesn't have to be like, okay, I'm stretching before I exercise. Yes, I do suggest you do that, but you don't have to listen to me. I am just a girl up here talking. So logically, it's important to, you know, stretch or out your hand too, like to help others as well. Like you can also be a part of other people's healing. You can be a part of other people's medicine, which apparently in a lot of our cases is suggested. That's laughter for medicine. I am digging these. Actually, let's do a few more. So what I did was just kind of mix two decks, but they're very similar, and I was using two separately, so they both have the same vibes, you know what I mean? So they're okay to integrate. What do you think of these decks? I hate like how Australians say that. Never mind, we're not getting into that. But laughter is very important. And I do see that you are starting to hopefully surround yourself with people who bring out more joy than not. So we have the throat chakra. So having a hard time speaking up about certain things or getting your point across in a clear manner. Just know your team, your spirit guides, you know, your past loved ones, all of that, everybody that's behind you that you can't see, your invisible army, if you will, you know, we're trying to help you speak your truth, trying to help you push through some of those throat chakra issues or those communication issues and helping you clear them up. So attending and giving speech is part of your spiritual path and purpose. So be open to teaching and learning with the workshops and the seminars. I do know a lot of you that are on here are very incredible, very creative, very passionate content creators. So in that sense, say if you're trying to do something new with the channel, or you have learned something new that you're trying to kind of like integrate or work into what you're trying to do in your next project, even if that's at work or in like, you know, the home with the family, trying to do a new, say, game night or whatever. All of those things, they kind of fall into that, the teaching and the learning. Just know also that on a deeper level, the things that we go through are very important for our soul's growth, whether we understand them or not. That's kind of one of the hard things, but always teaching, always learning, and always growing, which we all are doing for the most part. We can hinder ourselves from doing that a little bit. So healing away any addictions too. And I'm not saying that, you know, it's not, I'm not saying everybody is addicted to something, but logically we are, whether it's like food or it's, you know, booze, or it can be things that we consume, or it can be ideas. It can be media. It's all types of things that you can have, even addiction to being mean to yourself, or to, you know, to anything. So just make sure that you're doing things in moderation is kind of the only thing I'll touch with on that, because I can't tell you what to do. You're grown-ass people, right? And you're going to do what you're going to do, and it's not any of my business. It really isn't, unless it doesn't affect my personal life. So I just hope that you make good decisions for you and yours, and I wish you always the best with those things, you know, and I'm always here if you need help with that kind of shit too. And that there are outlets and all that kind of stuff out there. So yeah, we'll move forward here. We have the ear chakra, so listening, speaking and listening. Are we having a hard time listening to our spirit guides or to others, or are we taking criticism in a valid way, or are we not handling it well. You know, there's like, but also noticing messages and sounds and music or words from both external sources and from within your mind. These messages are real answers to maybe some of the prayers or some of the questions that we have that we put out there, you know? And so I feel like I want to say I'm super proud of everybody because I know everyone is going through a ton of stuff. I need to turn my fan on just a sec. You guys are going to have to listen to it. It's going to be loud and annoying, but it's hot as fuck in here. How did we have that plugged in? Right here. I gotta find the cord. Just give me 1 second. Of course, it's underneath the table. Oh. Perfect. It's gonna be a little bit loud, you guys, but I won't keep it on the whole time. But I am dying. Well, whatever you want to call it, unaliving from the heat, melting a little bit. Okay, that might be too loud. It's gonna be too loud. We'll be fine. Page will just melt and it'll be fine. So anyways, also listening. So are people listening to you? Are you getting your message across properly? Are you being heard and understood? Because that can be really frustrating and that can affect our communication. What am I? Hello to everybody. And yes, green is lovely. It's, what am I? I'm a person, I think. I don't know. But maybe not all the way a person, but I'm trying to be a person. Just a girl up here delivering you messages. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm a healer. I'm a therapist, psychologist. But I try not to throw degrees around. I just go with the flow. And I like to channel. That's my most favorite thing to do. So without these things. So we do have the bell coming out with the announcement. Also back to the listing. Are you waiting for good news? Are you waiting for something, an announcement of sorts? Either way, there will be one. Let's find out what it's going to be about. Is anyone waiting on news of maybe a promotion or a new job? Or maybe some excitement with an engagement, those kinds of things. Or just a celebration, could be of any kind. But you will be hearing an announcement. Good or bad, we don't know yet. Hopefully it's not bad. Ooh, all right. February. Okay, so February is going to have some significance to you in general, or either past, present, or will in the future. That's a ways away, so we can say maybe safely that that's someone's birthday, or a very, very far future, not so much close prediction, but we'll see here. Woo, okay. So we have the candle, so you will be shown the way. And you know, that's another thing about the whole, like the ear chakra. So are you listening to the right things, the right advice? Are you listening to the right people? So going back to the basics with the quill. So being shown the way and going back to the basics. I think that's very interesting. Is somebody going to... This reminds me of, say, so paying attention to your work. So if you're trying to do something at work, if there's a project, or if there's just something that you're trying to achieve, I feel like doing it in a basic way, or going back to old school traditional methods of doing so. Say if you do have a degree or you do have a career and you're feeling a little bit stuck within it, you feel enabled to do certain things. I just feel like it's important to paying attention to the details, but also that will be what you discover going back to the basics, or why you have to. Does that make sense? So don't be too, don't do too much, bro, is kind of what they're saying. So we have the man coming out. So dealings or relationships with a man. No, he does not have to be Asian, but he could be. This deck is just based on that kind of graphic. Now, what about this man? Unless this is a boss or a coworker, we have romances in the air. Okay. I don't know why work romance just came to my mind, but I don't believe that that's what this reading is going to, that's not what the takeover is. I feel like more or less this summer's just definitely, oh yeah, see, you were highly thought of. I think that's beautiful. Psychology is an interesting subject. It always is, absolutely. It's how you understand human function, the brain, behavior. I love it. I loved it so much. So something important, such as a raise or a new job. This is very much career predicted here. This is, but also with the romance card. I mean, are you falling in love with something new or a new idea or an advancement at work as well? But you will be receiving a precious gift or giving one. And the Tower, so solid foundation with, success with efforts. Okay, so whatever it is that you're working on, I do feel like it is going to intimidate others to the point where there might be a little bit of a challenge when it comes to your growth. Others seeing you in a way that it's like, okay, well, now I'm jealous, but we were friends once. You know, that kind of thing can happen. It's like your further advancement of whatever you're doing can sometimes get in the way of how people once seen you or how they feel about being, you know, in your life or having any kind of relationship. So do not back down from opposition and show strength and fortitude. You know, it's being bullied at this age is kind of beneath us, but it does happen. Whether that's within, you know, like our personal lives or online or at work, like it's an actual thing. So I just want you to know, don't let it get to you. And people are going to be bothered by any kind of, you know, any kind of light that you're shining in that's brighter. Other people are going to be attracted to it, but not sometimes always in the best ways. Now we have the funnel coming out with, you know, a little bit of period of frustration and lessons to be learned. I mean, we did discuss that in the very beginning of the reading. Now, I do feel like all of you are grown enough to understand what has caused you or what is causing you to feel frustrated, and or to understand the lessons of said situation and feelings. Do you know what I mean? To kind of correlate or understand them that way. Using your intuition and listening to yourself and the guidance that you're being given is very important. And I feel like that has helped you get through a lot of this and or will help you get through it. You know, I know that it sounds crazy. Trust me, I test myself all the time. I mean, this shit's weird. It's easy to be skeptical of. I understand. But you can't deny certain things, and some things you just can't make up. So just make sure you pay attention to the signs and synchronicities or the messages you are being shown or told or guided, you know. We have May coming out. Also, again, some significance to you in general, birthday, etc., or in the past, present, or will be in the future. What else do we have? I guess I'll do like the odd little personal reading here if there isn't too many people in here right now. So if you wanted one, drop a purple heart in the chat. Just don't forget there's a donation button in the, or like a link in my bio. You don't have to. I'm not saying that, just saying. Okay, so I'm going to take these last two, and then if someone else wants a personal reading, you know how I work. I'll do a little bit of a channeled read first, and then I'll pull cards so that they clarify the shit I spit, so that I don't look crazy yet. Don't need a straitjacket quite yet. So, the Finger, warning you of a problem, or either now or in the future. So just, you know, me telling you the things I have with this reading, or us communicating right now or discussing, it's like, okay, well, you're already aware of these things. I think it's always nice to have clarity from others. Hearing things from others also hits differently. And then the Mountain Road. So you have already overcome the hardest part of this journey that you're in this time frame, which is a really nice thing to hear. And I think a lot of people need that reassurance at this time. So you are on the road to success. So just know that. I know it's been difficult, and it's not gonna, I'm not saying it's gonna be rainbows and sunshine. I'm just saying that it's definitely going to get easier for you. Aw, thank you. Okay, so let's do, if you want a reading, like I said, just put in a purple heart in the chat, and I'd be happy to give you one. I'm going to turn on my other fan because I'm going to die. Just a sec. It's never this hot here, and I'm actually so excited, but... Okay, let's do that. We'll see if this one can give us a little hand. Woo! Okay, so thank you all for being here as well. Like, I appreciate your time, and like, I love when we get to hang out and that we get to do these kinds of things. That's the beautiful part about the internet, is you get the option to the diversity and connection, right? Okay. Well, if no one's going to ask for one. Oh, I don't want to use these right now. What am I doing? I was going to do these ones. I kind of do like the spirit, the other spirit does. I'll block him. Okay. Thank you. I mean, I understand that he's trying to be nice and shit, but like, I don't want anything to do with any of that stuff is all. Like, I've already gotten kind of like my head bit off by a bunch of people over that, and I just don't need it. So, okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this one. So if you do want a little personal read, I'm going to start with the Spirit Animal Oracle, and this is Colette Baron Reed. I like it, but not as much as this one, because this is just a beautiful deck. And honestly, it has great messages too. They're both animal spirits. So I'll let you pick, actually. It really doesn't. Yeah, absolutely. I can. Like I said, just so that I know, because it's easier to keep track of, can you just put a little purple heart in the chat? And then I know who's going first and who to respectfully go to do the reading for. It just, it's just like a little highlighted thing for me. You know what I mean? You spoken what I'm rolling? Okay. Oh, I like that. This is just a great deck. I am going to shuffle this one a little bit. Perfect. Okay, Chris, you will be first. I'm already picking up a bunch of stuff for you. Okay. But I see a celebration of sorts. Like, I don't know. I know that grad is a thing right now, and like there's a lot going. Summertime, there's all sorts of celebrations. I do see family. Do you have like a family reunion or a family? Like, there's something about a family gathering. It's something that everyone's going to be proud of. It's a celebration for a person. I don't know if this is like a whole family unit thing, but I do see a lot of people that are of like that blood, like familiar love. Okay. If you have that planned and you're kind of maybe dreading it, or because there's a lot of people, I don't know how social you are. I'm not a huge family event goer, but anyways, I do feel like there's a lot of joy to be found in that. And because a lot of our family members are getting older, these are some things that we kind of like, well, we have to spend as much time with them as we can. Also a weird question, but do you like to do you golf? Do you play sports? I see something about that too that's happening you're really excited about. I don't know how old you are, and I always feel bad asking questions, and I guess when I do, I'm really not. But bring on, that's all. You're ready. Okay, so you're excited. Everyone's excited for these things. It's good. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to sell a vehicle, if you're trying to upgrade your vehicle. I do see something about that. And maybe you're just thinking about it. You're not actually it's not in the, it's just a thought. It's like, okay, well, maybe I need to upgrade my vehicle. It's like something about not being an adult. It's like, well, maybe I need to upgrade my car. I need to do something has happened or triggered lately that's been like, I just need to upgrade my stuff, my things. I just need to upgrade or grow with the state of the time frame of my life right now, like who I am right now. Personally, I really like my Jeep, but they're not for everybody, and there's many different styles. I mean, I like Dodge, I like Jeep, I don't know. They have issues, but I'm not a Ford girl. Although I do like the old Ford, the diesels, they're pretty good. I also live in the country, so. My cat just popped out of nowhere. That was trippy. What are you doing, Ravy? Misbehaving Raven's coming to say hi. Okay. I do see something very noble. You've got a very noble energy. It's like very, people look up to you. People like to follow your lead. People trust following in your lead, in your steps. You know what I mean? Okay, So I do feel like something is going to come out that's very strong, very bold, very masculine energy, if you will. Just get out there and enjoy yourself, though. Like, all of the plans that you have, you're just going to, like, the summer is actually going to be really good for everybody. And it seems like time is flying right now, but we still do have a lot of time left to enjoy. So, there she is. Hello, Raven. Ravy, you come say hi? She's been pretty down. All the cats have been weird since Bean, so they're all trying to integrate and find their place now because she was the queen of the household. But they're all sleeping in different spots and kind of adjusting, if you will, be the better word for it. Okay, so let's have one, please. Let's have a card. I'm ready. I'm done yapping. Okay. I feel like we've got one now. Okay, of course. Oh, interesting, you guys. Okay, you're gonna laugh. This is crazy. Here I'm thinking bold, strong, and noble, but yet the cat comes out, and that cat is all of those things as well. So, beautiful card, and it's claim your independence. So, branching off, finding some depth or some appreciation or self-worth in some way that's of a higher grade value for what you think of yourself. And obviously, others will follow in that thought pattern or whatever you want to call it. It's like follow the leader, claiming your independence, being proud of who you are and why you are the person that you are and how you got there, instead of being, you know, disappointed in everything. It's just, oh, thanks, She-Man. I love you so much. See, support is everything too, you know, not having that. We gain a lot of independence by not having a ton of support, though. I mean, it's one thing I've learned personally, but that's not everybody, and it just opens right up. So the cat spirit, claiming your independence. When cat spirit meows, she is calling you to claim your independence and and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware, and willing to grow. Trusting the value will bring you the world, and it will mirror all this back to you in a kind way. When you say no to codependency and management, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory. For you, cat spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. Now, the protection message in this card. This may be the time that you are facing some unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take risks? Are you too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit is saying go for it, because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there is no reason to worry. Cat Spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. So, get ready to pounce, as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. At this time, your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even in temporary failure can lead you to spectacular success, so embrace the adventure. You are sure-footed and you can trust yourself. I love that. See what I mean? That's exactly what we were talking about. I think that that's beautiful. I will pull a couple tea leaves for you because that's fair. Jumping into something new. Yes, exactly. Cutting things out of your life that are draining you and not allowing access to your energy as, well, easy access. You know what I mean? It's like we all have to have boundaries and protect ourselves in certain ways, or certain relationships or connections or things we're involved in. And that goes for family too, you guys. Like, it can be, you don't have to accept treatment from people that is not kind and not of your highest good, or, you know, your truest value self, even if it's family. It doesn't matter if they're blood. If they're not kind to you and they don't have great intentions for you, then they don't deserve to be in your life. Yes. And if you're always there for someone, then we'll take advantage of you because they take your kindness for weakness. They don't give a shit. If you know what I mean? They sleep fine at night with the fan on and a duvet, and you're just like up all night worrying about it. And it sucks because the ones who are the kindest usually get fucked with the most, if I could put it so boldly. So the door, opportunities are waiting for you. And I feel like that's so important right now, because letting go of those shit ass connections, or those people who don't have the best interests, or like they don't give a shit. They just will take and take. And if you allow it, they'll just continue to do so forever and ever. But opportunities are waiting for you once you make a room for them. Does that make sense? Weeding out, it's like cleaning out your attic or your closet. So that being said, we'll continue. Oh, there you go. The career part comes out again. So definitely career is like screaming at these 2 readings for sure. I feel like you're being very much encouraged to just keep doing whatever you're doing right now is working in every aspect of your life. The understanding of said things like bad connections or, good connections, and doing your little list of pros and cons, like who can be in my life and who isn't allowed to be in my life any longer, because there is so many opportunities waiting for you. Ooh, okay, well it's a clump. Let's look at it. All right, there's a lot of them, but we do have the bag. So something important, such as a new job or a raise. That's good. Everybody needs a little sustenance in their life. So the birth of or conception of a child or an enterprise. So if you are going into a business, I guess, relationship of some sort, that it's going to be beneficial, and it's definitely going to leave you in a better place than whatever position you have been in. And that doesn't just have to be with work, but I mean, this is very much coming out quite a bit. So great passion, having a passion or passionate drive behind anything you do, obviously will bring you great success, but stepping into a new experience. So I do feel like there very much is a promotion that's being had or being discussed or that you're expecting, and being aware of great pride. I'm not so sure. I mean, after, success does kind of hit, there is a little bit of pride that can come through. It's okay to have, to be confident, but don't be cocky. You know what I mean? So happiness and well-being. Also, don't forget where you come from. You got to stay humble. So climbing towards success, keeping a good head on your shoulders while doing so, and also being very much on a swivel. Now, you do need to defend yourself once you do start growing in this way, because people are going to be jealous. You do have, you'll be receiving a precious gift or giving one. I'm going to take one more from this other side of it because there's an uneven amount and I don't like that. But logically, keep being smart, keep doing what you're doing, keep being a spiritual motherfucker, keep being a good person, because you're doing a great job. And so there won't be any of these misunderstandings that lead you into this wall or this, it's like insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. This time, something different is being done or has been done, which has shown somebody else a different side of you, which has now opened up a lot of opportunities, because you're shining in your true self. You're being your best version of you. And it doesn't have to be in everything, you guys. I'm not saying you've changed your entire life. If you have, fucking right, it's good for you. But I'm just saying, even in small form, the little choices or little decisions every single day that are different will be like, okay, hey, money. Okay, let me just catch up quick here. Hey, Bish, how's it going, honey? Sorry I missed your call the other night. I wasn't home. I was out in the mountains for a minute. A day. And then I was just gone doing other things. So I wasn't home. Sips tea. Money, how's your day going, honey? Thanks for coming. Yes, you do have to be very careful with pride. It's like pride and ego. We were just talking about this in my last live, and it says the little self behind the self. People have a hard time understanding that, but really what it is your truest self is the little self, but it's behind all the bigger shit, like your ego and everything else that kind of overcasts a big shadow, right? But it's the biggest, it's almost like our ego side is our fake side. Not our fake side, but not our truest self. Okay, so I will do this. Just ask, and I'm going to do this at the end of everybody's read because I just love this deck. You're going to ask questions in your mind. It's going to be between you and the deck. You're going to ask questions, and I'm just going to be the one who's sitting here shuffling the cards, and they will pop out. Okay. And then easy, we're going to get to yours. I'm just about done this one. So we have a yes coming out. We have, you are so amazing. Look what you have done with your life. That's nice. These are nice. You're asking good questions, I suppose. The right ones, which we discussed in the collective read. Woo! Oh, the lights flickered and everything. That was wild. Okay, so I will take these ones, and then okay, so we have a no. We have Dark Night of the Soul. Don't be alarmed by that. It just means that you're like the transition of ascension. You know what I mean? It kind of starts at Dark Night of the Soul. So anyways, we have 2 weeks, and I don't think anybody is going into the Dark Night of the Soul this time. I do believe that everyone has already been going through and is coming out of, you know, or is like, you know, in the midst of, but they do see the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, at this time. I personally think that, you know, it's about time that everybody starts feeling some resolve in their life, you know, with certain situations and people, places, and things. And, you know, we'll all get through it. We'll all get through it. We have to. There's no other choice. It's just go forward, just go through it. There's no way around stuff. You can't climb over it. Like, you just got to go through it. But know that there's support and that there's love. And, like, I'm definitely one of those people. Like, forever and always, you know, I have your back. So, in any way I can, you know, if I can't do something, I'll find a way to make it. Well, we don't say can't on here, do we? We say do. So, we will. We'll get through it. So, thank you for letting me read your energy. Easy. I will just shuffle the deck, and then I'll tap in. I might have to, like, pause and, like, have a bathroom break really quick. You want me? You don't want this deck? Okay, let's do this one. Do you want this one? Do you like this one? Okay, you think about it. I'm gonna go pee really quick, and then let me know what one you want. You know what I have. One sec. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. I got a jacket. It says assholes live forever, and I can't wait to wear it out camping. It's gonna be great. Okay, so we have, did you say? Oh, hi, Humblebee. How are you? Okay, so easy, are you okay with this one? Ooh, the bat's on the bottom. I do love the bat in this deck. Oh, I hope you're having a great day too. Love you so much. I am having an alright day today, actually. I had a pretty nice weekend, so that really helped a lot. I need to, like, brush my hair. Oh my god, it's like just sticking to my sweaty ass face. Okay, you like this one? We can do it? Okay, so right off the get-go, easy. There's a much more gentle, like, energy than a couple days ago when I did my last live reading for you. And I feel like lighter. There's a little bit of a lighter energy about it. I feel like you've been paying less attention to things that were causing you discomfort. Does that make sense? And those things that we were discussing, the ones where it's like, well, you didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? It was kind of just thrown at you. Or you kept getting thrown into the same situations that you were trying to get out of. I feel like very much so that's happening. It's slowly but surely they keep saying to me, it's like every day is a new day and like it's being taken the right way. Does that make sense? I do feel like a little bit more joy, more joyful. I feel like spending more time doing things that make you feel happy have in the last couple of days been a priority. And I feel like that's very important too. It's very good. First a wedding, now someone might be giving birth. It does say a birth of a conception of a birth or an enterprise. I do feel like more so that was like directed in the sense of probably a business deal or a new position at work kind of thing. Just to clarify, I mean, it could be someone's having a baby, but I don't really know anyone on here that's having a baby at this time, but maybe you do in your life, and it doesn't have to be you either. Okay, so back to easy. I just feel calm. I just feel like my energy, like the energy that I go in, when I'm tapping into it, is just feels less heavy, and it feels less confused, and it feels less in the dark. Does that make sense? So that's awesome. That's a good vibe. And then we have, let's see what card comes out. Yeah, it is job. It's job. And I didn't do your reading yet. I was doing Chris's, but you're next after easy. So if you want to, like, your personal reading is going to be next. So, but that's beautiful. Like, we can all resonate from said readings. Like, it doesn't have to be just because it's whomever's reading. It doesn't mean we can't all resonate from it in some way, and take what resonates and leave the rest. You know, you guys, like, some of it's gonna fit. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. Okay, easy. Yeah, rebirth. See, I love your mind. You're killing it today. That's awesome. Okay, I love that mentality. That's exactly what it's about. Okay, I might have to ditch the long sleeve shirt. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we have the cheetah. Let me just get it here. We have the cheetah. This is a great card, actually, and I can't wait to read this to you. So, fast as fuck, boy. Also, thanks for coming and hanging out, you guys. I really love when you're all in here and you take time out of your day for me. It's beautiful. Okay, so with the cheetah, we have solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from the inside, this great creature, and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum, so if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient and competitive, and to bring into balance, reconnecting to purpose. See, that clarifies exactly what we were just talking about. Hi, Herbs, how are you? I'm sorry, I was reading. Fast is fast, exactly. Just a moment, y'all. I'm just doing something here. Okay, there you go. How is my herbs? Certainly miss ya. It's always good to have you here. You fell off the face of the earth for a little while, hey? So did I, though. We got to do that every once in a while, I think. It's important. Easy, do you want these ones, or like, do you want what I've been doing, or? Okay. Oh God, interesting. They keep showing me, easy, that like going to like, I don't know if you take the dogs to a dog park, or like if you just like somewhere that's like, or if you take like mom out, or whatever, you know, or we take our, you know, kids, somebody that you're gonna meet somebody important in the next few days, but it's because of where you're going to be, if that makes any sense. But it's going to be outside. You're going to be doing something, like you're going to be out in an interactive social kind of setting. Does that make sense? Okay. And even if you haven't planned for it, I still think that it's going to be a spontaneous thing. So if that's not you and it's someone else in here, I'm sorry, but there's a few energies in here. I do try to be as precise as I possibly can, though that's fair to the people, right? And it's not like I can't do it. So okay, so we have recovery coming out. So that's what I mean, like rejoicing, rejuvenation, recovering from bad treatment, or just recovering from situations that didn't serve you, right? That were kind of a little harder on you. Oh shit, we gotta find the charger, 1 second. So, and then we have like a massage. So just doing something that of yourself, like go and get a massage. Do something that's like, I guess, healing for you. I mean, I don't know what massage is, but it'll be releasing. Tuxedo. Sorry guys, my phone battery's been dying like crazy lately. It was charged to 100 when I started, and I haven't even been on here that long, but it does use up quite a bit. Okay, so sorry about the angles. I'm just gonna put you up like this for a second, and like this, and now we're good. So sorry about that. Okay, we are back. Okay, so a massage. I feel like going and getting something that's like gentle physically, you know, like a physically gentle, like even like Reiki or something like that. I don't know if you believe in that. Personally, I think it's, I don't know, wishy-washy, but everyone thinks what I do is too. So there's no serious judgment. It is what it is. But the goddess card is coming out, and so that, you know, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine. So this doesn't mean like, it just means like being a little softer, being a little like expressing your divine feminine energy and embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. You know, I feel like you've been doing that. I feel like that's always in you, though. It just gets shadowed or overcasted sometimes by the ego, by feeling, you know, threatened or those kinds of things, which is naturally what humans do, all of us. Okay, so I'll take one more of these, please. If you'll give me one more. My allergies have been insane. I don't know. We have these like cotton tree, like all these little, they just constantly blow these white fluffs everywhere, and they're beginning to do their thing. And so I have been eating reacting like Skittles, and yeah, none of it's helping. So I think I'm gonna have to go see my doctor and get something stronger for this year. I think these cards are done. Okay, so let's do a couple tea leaves and then we will move forward. Okay, we do have solid foundation. I feel like that's beautiful, because who doesn't want that? And I know like all the things that, you know, you've worked for are starting to come to fruition. With the grasshopper card coming out too, it's just situations in the balance that have required your careful handling, which may have like obviously drained you a little bit, and dealing with two-faced people. You know what I mean? As the two-faced friend. But whatever it is that you've wished is coming true. It's coming to fruition. The wish will be granted. I think that's beautiful. And then you just ask the questions and the cards will do it between you and them. Here we go. Don't be fooled by shady shit. Okay, perfect. you're like, not anymore anyways. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing that's new. It's nothing you haven't already called out, and you're just done with it. You're not going to be fooled by two-faced people or, you know, shady connections, if you will. Ooh, okay. We have better and brighter days are ahead, so that's wonderful as well. I like this. This is a nice end to a read. And we have a yes. Perfect. So I hope that that brought you some clarity. Easy. I love ya. And we will move along. Who is next? Also, thank you for letting me tap into your energy. It's like, I gotta thank you guys all for letting me do that. Okay, let's take a look here. You're welcome. Okay, Confucius, you are next. Oh, a licensed masseuse, yeah. I thought about getting into that. I do have healing hands, but also I know like that's a pretty, it's, you know, becomes quite hard on your body too if you're not. Oh, yep. Reiki it's a thing. Some of us have it in us, you know what I mean? It's almost like you could gauge it by the, I don't trust people who are like, oh, I just went through 4 months of Reiki treatment, so I know how to do it. I'm like, but there's so much more to it, having a genuine healer with genuine healing hands do it. But then again, you know, with the whole tarot reading thing too, it's like, well, they all come with books. They all come, every deck, you know what I mean? But there are some people who just do it a little differently. It's just a genuine true healer. Like, I won't let anyone touch me who I don't know is like credentially actually an intuitive healer, reader, all the things, as well as a Reiki master. And that when I feel their vibes, that I know that they're true, you know, because otherwise I won't let anyone else fuck with my energy, because that's normally what is kind of happening, right? I've had really bad, I guess kind of secretly bad other people I've trusted that were healers and Reiki masters and stuff really mess up or take things from me, and like it just I don't think they meant to, but just somebody who's experienced is all I'm saying is very important. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you do. You absolutely have to. I love you long time. No, we don't want to go there, because that's not going to heal you in the right. That's not what we're there for. But if you are, then, you know, do your thing. But I have had some damage done, though, to my insides, if you will, like in the spiritual sense, because of trusting people. And you don't know sometimes, you know, and I went because I had a gift card that was purchased for me to somebody that like I like love, that was like family, and they trusted and have gone to them for certain things. And I was just never the same after that treatment. It was odd. It's hard to explain. And I know what I went through and what happened, but because it was like a weird, vulnerable time. This was many years ago. But anyways, I got firsthand a bad experience. And so I'm glad I learned the first time rather than allowing it to happen throughout my life on and off, right? Yeah, exactly. But I have had treatments that were for me from the right people. And so you just kind of have to gauge it, use your discernment, right? On what you, yeah, exactly. Be careful when you're vulnerable. See, these are all things that we have had to go through in order to learn from them, though, right? Because otherwise we're going to be mindless going into it, or just not as much, we don't have all the knowledge and understanding of such things. Okay, so we'll jump into it. I'm gonna do this, no. Confucius. For you, I think I want to do this deck too. I like this from Kim Kranz. There's just really nice messages in it. Not that the other deck isn't, but we'll just do this one. If that's okay with you, of course. Hi, Jamie. She's, where is she? I don't know where Ravi is. I think she's outside chasing the butterflies around right now. Okay, so right off the get-go, I feel like Well, when my cards shuffle and then they have like a bit of a, as they are fluent and they're smooth, and then they have like a disconnect or a chunk up like that, I feel like you just went through a situation that was very, it started out really smooth and then it got really difficult. It got harder to be harmonious, I guess, if you will, like within the other energy or other place of whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, the other involvee. And this could be multiple things in your life, but I feel like you've overcome, and you realize that though, like you know exactly why you went through what you went through, even though it was uncomfortable, and you do understand where you are now, and that had to be happened, and it was a part of this, and this would have never been the way it is if it wasn't for said situation. But it's almost like they're definitely showing me like overcoming in the darkness, finding the light in oneself, which is ascension, of course, and it comes from unfortunate things that trigger it, and we talk about this all the time. So I don't need to get into it, but you know, they're also just showing me like gratefulness. They're showing me forward movement, like integrity behind everything you do. There's just so much pride, and not in a negative pride way. It's like there's so much very inspirational pride rather than it being in like egotistical pride. So that's wonderful. There is an exceptional amount of merit that is there for you for the take. Not that you're going seeking that or validation of any kind. It's just a matter of the universe is offering it to you because it's time, and you are very deep. You're very spiritually deep. You're intellectual. Your heart is huge, but you don't wear it on your sleeve anymore. It's like you know where to give your energy, you know how much of it to give, and you know to whom. Because you also have realized who is there for you and who isn't anymore. And it's draining. It is. And like you mentioned you mentioned a lot of things like you were talking about in general, but I know that wisdom comes from experience, right? So that's beautiful that people can learn from you, the teaching and the learning. I don't mean to make you feel that way, but maybe you need to hear those things. And sometimes hearing them from someone else, it's especially someone who isn't all around us all the time and doesn't really, spend time with us in our physical life, right? Just on here. But I feel like you've built really good connections because of the changes that you've made in your life, because of the things that you've gone through, that they have the ability to look up to you. You're like a beacon of light rather than, a black hole. And so like you should be really proud of yourself. Those things are not easily achieved, and they're not easy to go through to understand them, and not every time does someone go through shit like that and come out of it the way that you have. Okay, you've gone through things that have broke or would break most other people, and that it's sorry guys, I know you. Yeah, anyways, and like that credibility. And I feel like for a long time you were giving to people and doing everything for people who just were like, oh, fuck it then. You know what I mean? They didn't care if it hurt you. They didn't care if you were alone when you were struggling. You've given shirts to people who needed them, and then when you are in a snowstorm, you got no shirt and they got two, aren't even willing to like offer you one. You know what I mean? That kind of shit really does hurt. And it sucks, but most of us really good people do go through that, especially people who are like, say, healers or, light workers. And I'm not all love and light. Like, I have a dark side, and I absolutely love both my light and my dark, okay? Don't get me wrong. That's how I can understand how to teach certain things, I guess. But not everybody is comfortable with that. And I feel like you found that wholeness, that balance in, if you will, the yin and the yang in it, and understanding that you respect your dark side, you respect your shadow time, you know that's how you come out, like that's where the light is important, because you wouldn't know the difference if you've only had one, then you wouldn't know that there would be no contrast, there would be only one, right? Or none. They wouldn't exist without each other. So good for you. I'm very proud of you. And not everybody can say that they've done what you've done. I don't even want to say it like that. I want to say not everybody could have survived what you have survived. A lot of people break under that kind of pressure, under that kind of demand of things, You just stopped giving to everybody and you finally gave to yourself, and so here you are. And good for you. Okay, so let's pull you a card. Woo. We've got this shark coming out. Don't be, it's not ominous. It's not, I mean, Donna, Donna, Donna. Don't worry about it. You're good. It's still a nice card. And it's not what we always perceive things to be. And so that's why I love this deck. And I will read the book because it's got some pretty fucking badass meanings, more so than we ever would have thought. So, directness, exposure, revealing the true nature and desire. This is perfect, see? The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. That's that dark side, right? We were just talking about that. So this card indicates that something big needs to be exposed or has been. It has been lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest or to be honest about our truth, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. So speaking your truth and standing in it, your power in a lot of things. So not being shy to do so. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence circling us. So when in balance, intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky and destructive, and to bring into balance, honesty. And that's what we were just talking about. You being honest with yourself and being very honest with others about who you are unapologetically. And or calling people out on their shit. Like, so what is done in the dark will always be shown in the light. And so whatever you've done, whatever truth that you have demanded be heard, I think that what it has done has created this ease and in your life for you, but not only for you, it also did that for other people who weren't able to do that, didn't have the balls or the integrity and to put certain parts of them aside, or their pride, their ego, etc., and be like, or their fear too. A lot of people are scared to speak their truth because they don't want to lose things or upset other people, but you're past that point. So you've shown other people that this is the outcome of doing that. You know what I mean? And being unapologetic, like I said. And I love that. So you like being you and just pushing forward and fucking showing other people how to do it. That's pretty badass. You're a leader, not a follower. All of you are leaders, by the way. Okay, we'll pull a few from here. It's important to be a bad, not even it's not being bad to other people, just being a badass, for the good reasons. It shows through really, really brightly all the time. And a lot of people won't like that, you're not going to be mom's apple pie to everybody. But to some, you're just, you're the only kind. So that being said is your worth, your value. You treat others with the same way you would like to be treated. I mean, I think that's just being a fucking really top-notch human being. So we have the crown chakra coming out first. I love that. So pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance set in answers in your prayers for others as well. And even you speaking the way that you speak with such intelligence and depth, even on here being so encouraging in my chat too. It's you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and I know that you feel good about it. And if you ever have a second inclination, or you're being in your head about it and you think you're not, just remember this moment and this time, and these cards are literally just clarifying for you. Oh, this shit, that you listen to your spirit guides say, because I know you listen to them, and they do too. And not everybody does that. Yes. Manifestation power. I love that. Okay. That's also a really nice card, especially coming out with the crown chakra, because you're manifesting and building these good ideas, these good intentions, and setting them out there, even for others to just take and run with, which is really important, being an inspiration. Now, using your spiritual gifts and your natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. Well, you're doing it, and you're doing a good job too. Ooh, look at this. Vacuum away fear. We just spoke about this. Beautiful. So, So call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift your fear-based energy from you and your loved ones, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. Well, just clarifying that you've done that. Like, look at this is the outcome of that. Dealing with, your dark side and other people's, and then taking it and transmuting it into something that's completely different and of a positive manner. I want to take this top one. So it's visualizing success, which is now what you're doing after this long period of these trials and tribulations. It's like seeing yourself doing well in this situation and having faith in a positive outcome. That's why you're able to manifest the things that you are. That's why the world is feeling a little bit easier to navigate, because stuff is working out and you're on the right path, and it always will. So healing away any kind of addictions or negative thought patterns or anything that might hinder your ability to achieve that, and helping others to do that too with that strength that you've gained. I think that's awesome. I might actually need to I need to get a tank top. Just a sec, you guys. I'm so freaking warm. Whoop. I'm literally dying. One minute. I have to. Where we are. One second. Holy macaroni noodles. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys. I was dying, so we're just gonna do this. Now I feel better. Okay, so healing away and helping others heal away any negative thought patterns. Because I don't feel like addictions are the main, it's not a huge thing in your life, and I don't think that you're, have anyone going through that really to that extent in yours. I just feel like helping other people just heal away so that they can also do this beautiful manifestation, at the magnitude that you're doing it at, or that you're capable of doing it at. So just teaching other people how to be a positive person, I think, is beautiful. So let's get some things to look forward to here, because we know there's going to be quite a few for you. It's already quite evident. Oh my god, my allergies. I just feel like a leaky faucet. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. I do love this, because we have you've had too many broken bridges, right? So that is saying now that's over, because we have happiness coming in with success that's been from really, really hard, great, I guess, passionate efforts. You've put all of you behind all of your pain and put it as fuel, if you will. The handshake, and a meeting with a stranger could be super important. So just make sure that anybody that you meet, you're being mindful of that, and don't avoid everything, right? Just because you never know who you might be avoiding. Then we have happiness coming out again. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna I have to kind of leave the tea leaves there, because I can't earn a good thing. But just like everybody else, we'll make it fair. You just think stuff, ask questions in your head, and then I'll pull. So we're not ready yet. We're gonna go now. It's between you and the cards. None of us need to know. Okay, we're gonna take those. They keep trying to come out. So we have 1 month. We have don't be fooled by shady shit. I like this. I think you're still going to be tested by these energies, because it's inevitable once you start to pull away from anything dark and you try to stand in the light. Number one, you're a beacon of light. So, and the darkness is always going to be no, you're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? But you're yes, I am. And then this year is important as well. I feel like I'll leave it there, and I appreciate you letting me read for you. If you have any more questions or you want like a deeper, read, I also do mediumship reads, all that stuff. Negative energy removal. I do a bunch of stuff, but I'm not trying to like sell myself right now. I'm just letting you know, any of you, if you need anything, just to you just comment on one of my videos, or you can let me know in here, and then we can get in touch. I usually do like to do, on a phone call or or like a video read, and they're a little bit deeper. So that being said, we'll move forward. And you were, I just have I think I have a PayPal link, 'cause I'm in Canada. If it doesn't work for you and you don't have PayPal and you're not comfortable with doing it like that, I totally understand. But I do have a PayPal link in my bio on my main page there. I'm not very tech savvy, you guys, and like I also I've never really been able to make prices to be like, hey, this is what you should, or it does cost. It's like whatever it was worth to you. That's kind of how I like to gauge that for now, till one day I stop, being scared to do that. So, or just know maybe one day I know how to do it properly. So I also do make jewelry and all kinds of other stuff too, if you wanted to ever get in touch about that as well. What am I doing? Who is next? Oh, thanks, Jam. I remember you said you were having issues with that. Oh, and I thank you so much for any support you do give. It's very, very generous. Hello, Bulbous. How are you? No, Herbs, you're not alone. Okay. Oh, thank you, She-Man. I love reading for you guys. Honestly, when I'm going through a lot, I do hermit. I am a little bit more elusive, but this always makes me feel good. And the message, when they start to, I start to get, overwhelmed with, I have to do this. It's like, it's one of the things I guess I'm born to do. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's kind of stupid to say that, but it's a purpose for me, and I have to do it. I mean, it builds up and it becomes a negative thing, and you have to get it out there. It is for other people. And being, somewhat of a, I guess, energetic telephone and, messenger and a healer, although it's harder to do it for ourselves, it does heal me to do it for you guys, if that makes any sense as well. So I just love doing it, and I love you guys, and I always have to, tell you that. I mean, you guys, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all, right? And it is very emotional when I get into like that, how much I appreciate you guys. So just know that. And sorry, I don't catch everything in the chat, you guys. When I'm tapped in, it's respectfully, I'm trying to just do that at the time, but I always try to catch up on the reading. Okay, so I have to ask, I'm sorry guys, because I lost track, who else wanted a reading? my focused face, my reading face, just totally blank. Yes, She-Man, energy protection, and just like your peace. That is the biggest thing. Actually, my last live, and I think you were there, but my last live, that was a huge theme for the message, whether it was somebody personal that I was reading, or I was doing a collective, or we were just chatting. Like, that was one thing that kept being brought up. It was just protection of one's peace, and like being able to like feel it and sit in it, and exude it, emanate it so that other people can feel it without being attacked for it. That's becoming a huge issue, is like, no matter what, I feel like lately people are, there are some people who, want to not, to be the theme of their fucking every single time that they're on, or whatever it might be, or in their lives too. It's like just drama, negativity. It's really hard to, I always feel like even if I'm there and something's happening and I can't take it over or like change it because it's not really my place, or because of whatever the circumstances are, I always stick up for what I feel is right. But then there's some places where our voices don't really matter anyways. And I know that that sounds mean, but just remember, like, those places are probably not maybe for us, or not at the time they're not, or we've outgrown certain things. It's okay to feel like that, but just protect yourself, protect your peace, and like, and keep doing the positive thing. Keep doing the things that we're supposed to be for ourselves and others that we know are good, you know? Okay. Did you want a reading for you? Yes, you did. You did. You did. Okay. Ooh, I've been excited to do this for a long time. Yes. Protect your peace. Protect yourself. Protect your light. Protect even your dark. Protect that too. You know, just protect all of you. So, Humblebee, are you ready? Yes, you are. Oh. So Jamie's next and then Humblebee? Okay, we'll do that. That's fair. Sorry, guys, I didn't know. So, Miss Jamie, my dear, your energy feels like way better than the other day, just like Easy's. It's like I feel a shift. I feel this like ease, this little bit of weight. I don't know if you just got something like news you were waiting for. Maybe you weren't waiting for news. I think maybe this was unexpected. But there is some positive news that I've seen that has come in or will be coming in the next day or two that you have been waiting for. But I feel like there was something unexpected. That's what they keep showing me. I can't place it. I think that it's just whatever this unexpected word or news or it's coming from a really good place, and it was necessary to give you some sort of like uplifting push forward. I don't know with what yet. We'll tap into that. I'm just really excited for you right now because I feel like you feel that way for yourself. Which is like a long time coming, and I feel like you definitely needed that. And I feel like, oh my God, I want to know what you're so excited about. I don't know. I care for you. I know you're not interested in love. Like, you're like me. You're kind of just like, man, I don't care. You know what I mean? It is what it is. One day it'll come, maybe. But it is like finding pieces of your, maybe like inside you, like you got like reassurance inside of yourself again, like where you feel like, I don't know, like you understand yourself again or something. Like, it's a weird way to put it. Okay, here, let me see what you said. Can you get your memories back? Oh, absolutely. I feel like actually now that this might have something to do with that, because I'm having a hard time placing this. It's like a miracle. It's like a miracle. It's like, oh, like when you look at this card, I don't know why, like that these cards remind me of like what a miracle looks like. You know, there's some sort of contentment that has been found within self over something that's a random that has created a miracle. Okay, so beautiful. I do feel like, I feel like it just set you forward to have, like, you created new ideas. Now, these ideas you're going to put forward, and it's going to be the best thing you've ever done. It's going to be scary, but it's going to be so exciting. Like, I'm having a hard time sitting still. Like, I'm super antsy about it. Like, I'm excited for you. And it's going to be just what you needed, is what I'm hearing, or is just what you need to feel like whole again. I feel like you have felt very disconnected for a long time from yourself. But you also haven't been very easy to yourself or your mind and whatever. Like, just yourself in general. You have been hard on yourself this whole time because of how other people have made you feel going through this healing process that you've had to go through. And you've had to be extremely strong about it. But for once, I feel like you don't feel so heavy. You don't feel so like agitated either about a lot of it, you know? I feel like you've let a lot of things go, or you've acknowledged and released a few things as well. So I'm really proud of you, and I hope you do feel good, and I hope like that this brings you all the abundance that you've been lacking and that you deserve. It's about time. Oh, this is so nice. And don't worry, guys, like, I'm not just telling you things to make you feel better. I'm not that person. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. But I mean, I'll always do it in the nicest way possible. But if there's something, you know, I have to let you know, and I can't sugarcoat shit either. I'm not gonna do that ever. So sorry. But yeah, I mean, like, this is great. Today has been very positive. These have been great reads. There's lovely energy in the chat room. There is lots of respect for each other. I just feel like those are the kinds of vibes that people look for. You know what I mean? Or that we seek in any connection or place of anything. Oh, this is a great card, Jamie. We've got the sea serpent coming out. This is all about your kundalini. This is all about an awakening within self from like the deepest parts of you. And so that's a big one. Like, this is a big forward. Oh, it's gonna be quick too. Like, this is gonna start happening really fast for you after, well, it's already happening. So it's just gonna keep happening really quick in the blink of an eye almost. And I don't believe that it's meant to be uncomfortable any longer. I feel like, again, those days are behind. Holy crap, there's only like 3 pages and I can't find it. Okay, so healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. This is great. Okay, so the sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most, our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. So, the current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. The sea serpent in the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the Svadhisthana chakra, which is located deep in the pelvic bowel. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire, and is associated with the water element. Svadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother, or the Kundalini herself. So, hey Jub, what's up? How have you been? Oh, it's been a hot minute, eh? Glad you're back. Nice to see you. So Jamie, I think that that's pretty incredible. Like, that's actually one of my favorite cards in this deck, and I feel like it's because of that exciting, rejuvenating nature of the Kundalini, the creativity, what you've been lacking, if you will, if I might be so bold to say, right? Like, within what you're feeling lately, just feeling like confused a little bit and a little bit lost within self, and falling into, you know, places that aren't for you, and connections and those kinds of things. And I feel like this is a good time for you to be moving forward out of this and into something a little different for yourself, right? A lot of us have outgrown certain things. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's important to embrace the new version of yourself for this time frame of your life, right? So we'll get a few of these for you, and then we will continue to use. So I hope everyone's having a really nice day. I love all of you, and I appreciate you being here. So Jamie, sunlight, are you getting out? Are you doing as much as you once did, that when you were feeling more joy? Are you getting out there more? Like, are you going out and, well, you kind of have to, because you do market, don't you? So, I mean, I hope that that's going well for you. And I mean, look at this man's even good. Oh, he's topless. Oh, he doesn't have boobies, so we can do that on here. I won't get in trouble. Okay, so anyways, he's got a basket full of, you know, abundant fruit. And for me, it's like, I know you have your bees. I know you do the honey. I know you go to the markets. I feel like that's important. And also eating right for yourself. I always say eating right for your blood type, but logically, it's just making sure that you're not consuming things that are affecting you in a negative way. I mean, I know we all do, okay? Like, I obviously drink beer and smoke. Like, that's horrible. I'm not ever going to promote that. But that's a me thing, and I'm an adult. You know, I mean, but I don't care. I don't want anyone else to do it. It's not good for you. But I mean, I know you don't really smoke, and I don't think you drink much or anything like that. So it could just be like eating unhealthy, like things that are, that you're sensitive to, or that affect they affect your body physically. So, anyways, you don't have to eat organic or anything crazy. I mean, you can if you'd like to try it. I know it's just really expensive here, personally. So, expect a miracle. This is also a theme today, which is beautiful. I feel like that miracle, like I said, is already something that's like happened. It's happening. You're living it right now. And it's only been a few days since I've kind of connected to your energy, but this is a huge difference. I mean, look at how much healing is going on. I think that's beautiful. It's super important. Hello, Juice. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've seen you as well. You can't sleep for any longer than like 2 hours? Well, there's something that you need to do. Like, I don't know if you've ever done like a cleanse or of any kind. Like, I know saging and stuff like that, yes. But I mean more along the lines of like a dietary flush. Like, have you ever... Well, that's... Yes, I do miss you, but I don't want to... The one above that doesn't work here. You know that. Okay, so anyways, James. But it is good to see you, Juice. But smarten up, please. And thank you. Okay. And go shower if that's the case, dude. You know better, you're grown. Okay. Maybe these ones are done, Dave. I feel like you don't even need any healing messages. Like, you've already got so much stuff kind of like you've already figured it out. You've been like, okay, well, I needed to heal myself, and so I figured out a way to do that. And so you're just kind of being congratulated for doing that and knowing that it's recognized and that I do feel like there is still some hindrance within how can you feel that about yourself consistently? Like, it needs to stay on that forward movement as well with you, right? Like, how you feel about yourself. You do have a secret admirer. This came out last time for you, and I mean, I'm not trying to say that you're like, oh, you need like looking for love and yada yada, but like, it's definitely around the corner. But it's definitely there if you want it. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're ready, if you would like to kind of get into something like that, it's definitely out there for you. With the crown, honor and respect will come to you. I feel like that's already there, though. Like, for me, when I think of you, I do think of those kinds of things. There's nobody that you don't support, and that, like, you can take a heck of a beating and still manage to put yourself back out there and, kind of face the same opponents again, and you usually get a different outcome, which is nice. But you'll always support anybody, even those who haven't been always the kindest to you at all times. You know what I mean? I'm like that too, I guess. So having a little bit of dissatisfaction within life, that's been a thing for a little while. But it's just a reminder, like, it's just a reference as to, like I always say, what you don't want anymore or what you won't accept for yourself, right? Okay, so we have the camel. I mean, the ability to persevere and like overcome any problem. So it definitely hasn't gone unrecognized, like I said. Involvement with the law. I do feel like that might be pertaining to the accident. Like, if you're still dealing with any kind of lawsuits or anything to do with, well, unfinished business in a sense. Like, there hasn't been like an outcome or a decided complete decision with something yet, is kind of the vibes I'm getting from that. A journey, either physical or mental. Yeah, well, we already know you've been on that carriage, right? And then great worry over nothing, though. So that's, spirit just saying, hey, Jamie, look, you've been through a lot of shit. You have clearly done the work and like understood a lot of why you've gone through this. Maybe not so much why you've gone through it, but how you've come out of it, and how whether it was good or bad, still had a lot to do with our forward movement and like how we perceive things and our growth as a person in life, right? And for your soul as well. I think I want to pull a couple more and then we'll do the black ones there. Okay, so we do have someone new is entering your life. There is a feminine energy on this card, but I do feel like it could be either or. And for you, like I keep saying love is around the corner, and I'm not one to do like love readings and shit. That's not like, there's just a bigger, I don't read like that. I read you. I read within you. I can read other people, obviously. It's like it goes hand in hand. But love, unless you're asking, is just not really what I'm going to focus on. But it's out there, and it keeps putting itself out there. Then we have the sunshine. So whoever this person that is new, that is coming into your life is definitely going to bring like happiness and well-being, or you're going to do that for them. But the assistant, I think it's going to be both. I think that stuff has to be reciprocal, any kind of connection that we have. Okay. And then we have the box. So you will be receiving a gift. I think that's beautiful. Someone has tried to put a wedge in between you and a friend or something that you want. We do have, you're a very goal-oriented person. We'll do this. That is what brings opportunity and windfall. I do feel like, I'm not going to tell you to go gamble. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, if, say, there was an opportunity for you to, like, buy a lottery ticket, or someone in your household does, or for you, or whatever the heck it might be, it will be, you're on the luckier side. And whether that is, you know, of monetary value, it could be of anything of value, of abundance for you. So it could be, you know, friendship. It could be a celebration, anything that makes you feel that way. So my audio is cracking. It could be this cord, and then I'm hitting the table. Sorry, guys. Okay, Jamie, so you just ask questions. Juice, that's ridiculous. Vlogger is just my friend. Just like you, just like everybody else. Okay, so, JB, let me grab your card. Why are you doing this to me? I'm just kidding. They fall on the floor a lot. This table is just like a weird height. So, also, again, for you, don't be fooled by shady shit. Juice. Just kidding. You know you're welcome here. You're not going to be fooled anymore. And this new connection, just make sure you use your discernment when you're going into it. And you are also coming out of your dark night of the soul too. See, I feel like we've all been doing it together a little bit. Like everybody's been kind of on the same time frame. Maybe not the same circumstances, of course. We're all different. But the same kind of thing. Okay, so let's answer a few more Jamie's questions here, if there's any. We have a yes. That was very clear. And I'll do one more. All right, we have better and brighter days are ahead. I love that for you. And of course, I'll do another live in like a day or two, and then we can do another energy checkup. Jane, also you can reach out to me on like Discord if you need to. I think that I have you on Instagram too, so you could also, yeah. Why, Shemad's not weird. That's not very nice. Okay. We have, everybody behave, Juice, behave yourself, please. You don't get to come in here and be like that, or I'll take your wrench away. Okay. Where is my booby? Oh, there's a lot of reading. You guys are chatting away. Okay. No, you don't have to go anywhere. Juice, you don't be a dickhead, or you are going to be unwrenched and timed out, because it's very peaceful in here and we don't need any of this. I don't like it. So just don't do it, okay? No, I know you won't. You never do. Herbs, are you leaving? Don't leave. Juice, look what you've done. I did have one more reading to do. I don't know if Humblebee's still here or not. Hi, First Contact. How are you? This chat is too toxic. You little butthead. You already know that you're the one being that way. Oh, you're saying bye to He-Man. Okay. I don't like calling it She-Man. Oh, I'm sorry if you're trying to quit smoking. I feel bad. But you do know who I am and what I'm about. I changed, yes, because it was so hot and I can't turn the fan on because it's too loud and my fucking audio already sucks. So I had to. It's so hot here today. I can't complain. I wanted to go golfing, but little phone call come in. Great. I don't want to go without little miss, and then Joy was gonna come home and maybe go golfing, but it looks like it's gonna rain soon anyway. So I complained too quick, right? Can't complain. Oh, you are here. Okay, wonderful. Perfect. Oh my God, you're out. You're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Juice. God. There. Okay. Juice, you know what you did. You are now not modded, and you are now not coming back for a little while. And that's what happens when you're a dickhead here. Okay? I can love you, you can be cool, all this stuff, but oh my gosh, your phone is dying. I can do really quick for you. How much percentage do you have? Here, really quick. I do want to do a more in-depth reading, and I thought that you would message me on Instagram, but I couldn't find it for some reason. I will, fuck. It's so hard to share information on here. I never used to really care, but then I got stalked, and now I kind of don't like that, so. Brandon. Okay. I hope you're all having, well, the ones that have not been in here this whole time, I hope you are having a good day. The ones who have, you already know, I hope you're having a good day. I know I'm having an alright day. Didn't cry today over beans yet, so we're good. That'll probably come later, but that's the importance of not like falling into like, you know, being by yourself when you're sad, all that kind of stuff. It's nice to have support, right? And do something positive that makes you feel good. That's like the best encouragement I could give you, or advice for that. Because I too learn every time I go through something different. So, what I was just talking about, it very much can apply to you, Miss Humblebee. Oh, you have 3%. I'll be as quick as possible. I don't even have to use cards if you don't want me to, but I think that you have been going through a very fast pace, like it's like evolving, but it's like evolution within, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's everything, but I can't put it on one particular thing, but mostly self. It's self-realization. I think it is. It's standing it's standing up for yourself in a different way, I think. I do feel like you stand up for others, but I do feel like this is more of a new, you come out of like a suit of armor where it was defense before, or you felt like attacked in certain connections or situations possibly, or that maybe you were attacking yourself. But I do feel like that's something that's behind you, but it's just freshly behind you. So that's really good. I feel like there's been some loss. I feel like that is kind of what obviously puts us into a, you know, a darker place or mind state, or just feeling like, I mean, dark night of the soul, if you will. That's been a theme today too for like last week. But ascension. So understanding yourself has helped you go through this grieving period of sorts a little bit differently, and opened your eyes to how strong you are, I guess. You haven't broke the way that you have in other situations before in the past that were of this magnitude. I feel like it's just a matter of being strong and teaching like others that you love or that look up to you to be strong, because I don't 100% know your dynamic and nobody needs to know it on here. I'm just saying, whoever looks up to you or whoever you take care of, you do these things for you, but you do them for other people that you love. Like everything you do is to keep everyone else happy or safe or fed or you know, or loved, those kinds of things. It's like you do everything all the time for everybody else. I feel like you've really learned in your time of need that at the end of the day, you're the only person that you can rely on genuinely. And that really hurts, but it's also taught you that how to go through it differently, how to be, how to actually be more stable out of in a rocky situation. You know what I mean? I think that that's a monumental growth period that you can be like, hey, I fucking can't believe I did this. I went through it. I never thought I could. And here I am right now standing here, you know, being stronger than I've ever been before. So you've learned something different about yourself. I feel like you've really, really ran with it, and I think you're supposed to. And it's what you needed. It's a matter of what the universe has been giving you, what you need now, because you're choosing you're choosing yourself a little bit, you know. Oh, I'm getting emotional. I don't know why. I never do that. There's a lot, though. There's a lot in this reading, more than 3% worth that I can fit in. I love you a lot, and I feel like I'm really sorry for anything that you've lost or that you've had to go through lately that's been challenging or that's been uncomfortable. A lot of us can relate, and we're all here for you. Also, on a lighter note, though, there is a lot that's coming that's good. I keep saying this, and I know I sound like a broken record, but going into this summer, everybody has got really great things to look forward to because, let's face it, folks, it has been a fucking trash ass, for the most part, very difficult year of lessons and all kinds of other shit where, I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes I'm just waiting for New Year's to like restart everything, refresh, but it's almost like wrong season, wrong holiday. You know what I mean? But yet here it is. It's come. Times have changed now, and I think it's just time for everybody to feel a little bit more comfortable in their own skin, number one, a little bit more settled in their own worth, and understanding of their energy, how important that is to protect, and that releasing some of this negative shit or these people or these fucking, and it's just the involvement of people, situations, whatever you want to call it, even jobs, like anything that's been making you feel less like you've dealt with it, and it didn't feel good, but it's done now. Okay, so it's like everybody just has so many good things that they've made room for that have been trying to come in for a long time that are now here because the room has been made. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like you are going to, like, personally, I do see you going on a little bit of, like, I don't know if it's just like a camping vacation or you're going to go to the lake for a weekend, or if you get offered to do those kinds of things, I do see it upcoming. I would like that for you. It's important if you go, you're going to meet somebody who's important as well. I don't know if that's going to be in business or all around. And I don't, like you said, I don't really bring love up a lot, but it is around the corner for everybody who is looking. This summer is supposed to be magical. I feel it in my bones. It hasn't been the greatest start, but I still had things that weren't maybe dealt with. You know, I mean, in a weird way, we have to take accountability, like, not in a weird way. In all seriousness, we have to take accountability first, maybe some getting in our own way, you know, or getting in the way of things for ourselves too. So as long as you've done that, I find every time I do that, I move forward in some way or something good comes in. You know, we can really delay that for ourselves. Okay. But we do need some happiness. I'm going to, because you're still here, I still got you, pull one of these because they're just great, powerful messages. I don't know if you have kids. I don't know why I just seen tiny Crocs. Like little, they could be like a small, cute person, like small doll, but I seen just little Crocs. I don't know if you tripped over one or if you got your toe caught. They're just always in the way. These little shoes are always in the way. It's a weird vision. And I mean, like, that could be something as a message to you as well. I will try to figure it out in a minute, but it was very... How do I have so little viewers? Well, it's the afternoon. It's Monday. People are at work. And honestly, I don't need a lot of viewers. The ones who are here for their messages are the ones who are supposed to be here. But I'm grateful for the ones who are. Maybe people are asleep. It's like 2:54 in the afternoon here in Alberta, Canada. So I'm not sure what time it is everywhere else. Anyway, Let's get one for Miss Bumblebee, please. Please and thank you. This one card keeps popping, but we'll see. Weird. The cards are like... Oh, okay, so we have two coming out for you. Of course we do. We have the wolf and the firefly. These are both very magical, very powerful cards. Okay, I'll try to read as quick as I can because I know your phone only has like a few percent, or a few percent, like 3% now. Probably 2 at this point. And if you're not in a place to charge it, then there's nothing you can do about it, except for you could watch it back later, but it's not the same. Okay, the firefly. Let's see. So, inspired and fantastic, yet very fleeting. So the firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high-frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. So what can you do to support this precious and elusive light? When in balance, writes, creates, and brainstorms. When out of balance, burnt out and feels dull. To bring into balance, like drawing or writing a poem or like something of that creative nature. Now, so you are being more creative. I feel like, again, everybody's being a bit of an inspiration to others lately, and others even to myself too. Like, it doesn't matter who we are, we can always be inspired. Okay, so where is the wolf? This book irritates me with it's not a table of contents that makes any sense. So you just have to follow the little arrows. There we go. Okay, so the guardian of family and tribe, activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow its suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Oh my gosh, did I not just say like little shoes and little feet? Okay, weird. So, although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all and exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental, dominating. To bring into balance, practicing letting go, or like a little bit of that control. Hey, Classy, how's it going? Yes, so like I do see that, like when I was reading your energy, it's like, and I can kind of see into your life a little bit. I'm trying not to be invasive, like I do respectfully do it, I don't go too far, but I mean, just teaching, like, I don't know, obviously you're probably a parent. If you're not, you have some involvement with like other smaller energies or people who look up to you or rely on you. But I do feel like there's very much like this like wolf energy of kind of being like a little bit too much of a pack leader sometimes, where you can frustrate yourself or feel agitated in your situation because you get frustrated with not having all of the control over everything. You're just like, you try to keep a clean house and kids, well, they're messy. Your house will be lived in, but you want it to be a show home. You know, like those kinds of little things, or like crumbs on the floor when you just swept right in that fucking spot. But knowing that letting go of a little bit of that control is what brings in that beautiful creativity and like that connection to do so, or like teaching them it's okay. Teaching yourself, like your inner child too, you know, that's coming out to me as well. Like your inner child needs to be, you know, come out and play as well. And we can't always be so structured or stressed out. You know, the stress isn't going to go anywhere, you guys, until we deal with the things. So we can put ourselves through a million times, but if it's unnecessary, we shouldn't be doing that to ourselves at all. But I mean, everybody worries, everybody has stress and responsibilities. No kids? Okay, so this is about your inner child then. I feel like it's like, do you always like having control and always trying to, align things kind of gets in the way of sometimes our natural alignment that the universe is trying to give, or like the things behind it. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm always reminded too, like my daughter, I never got to be a kid. I had a really hard childhood, and I'm like, oh, what is that? You know, so she teaches me how to be a kid, but like art brings out my little, or like nourishes my inner child, or, you know, or golfing, just anything that is like active or creative, or that, you know, there's like passion inside of you that sometimes we forget like who we are because of this, you know, that disconnect. And just because we're adults doesn't mean that we don't have an inner child. We still do. We still have to kind of play in our own way and not be so like focused and structured all the time. And like that, like, it just really, really can't stress it enough that we get in our own way. Like sometimes we do, you know, I'm really bad for that in my own ways. So I can relate to you, and you're not alone. But nourish your inner child. Do little things. Like go do fun shit. You know, it's not always, I know you got a good head on your shoulders and shit like that, but just, you gotta let loose sometimes a little bit. Could probably speak for a lot of us though, right? Ooh, integrity. So align your actions so that they match your values and your inner knowingness of what's right for you. Choosing what's right for you. Choosing what to do so that you benefit from it and not in a negative way, which is great. Like keeping your head on your shoulders, like I just said, the integrity is wonderful. Am I okay though? Why would I not be okay? I sound like I'm about to cry. No, I just like have allergies and my throat and my everything is bothered. Okay. Maybe that's the only one for you in this deck. That's okay. I'm going to take this one. We have mediumship. Okay. So you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. Obviously, you know that to a certain extent. I don't think that it's, you know it to its fullest extent. I'm not saying it's new. I'm just saying maybe like actually like giving yourself like the credit for it being real is new, or trusting in it might be new. I feel like there's something to be said about that with these two cards, definitely. And being like, yeah, for me, it's just trust in it, trust in what's happening, trust in what you're hearing, trust in what you're feeling and what you're seeing. I mean, everybody has intuition, and most of us can be connected by, you know, others on the other side, but there is difference between that and mediumship. And then the crown chakra coming out again. Okay, so paying attention to your ideas and like that creativity coming out. We brought that up in the cards before. I feel like trusting in yourself, following your intuition, and like you have increased energy. So definitely this increasing for sure. Definitely with this being increased. Definitely with this behind it. I mean, you kind of have like a winning setup here when it comes to, I guess, like evolution of self. I appreciate you too. I love you too. If you want, here, I'll just do these ones for you quick. And then if you want to get in touch with me later when your phone's charged or whatever, we can do like something deeper with the tea leaves and discuss this mediumship that you are endeavoring in lately. I think that that's important. Kate, we do have You Already Know. I love that because, whoa, what we were just talking about, that's beautiful. Yes. Okay, and I did see that. I just didn't know how to bring that up without, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to do that between you and I personally when we discussed it. So this is like no longer my prison. I am free and I'm happy. I feel like the acceptance of said things, and then whatever, you know, messages that you're getting from the other side have been really eye-opening for you. As, you know, as kind of strange as it can be and a little bit spooky, obviously. It's not if you're comfortable with it, but when it's new or you don't understand things, it can be. So, but free of burden. I feel like you have had a burden released, and it is like all of this not new, I don't know why I keep saying that. We have 1 month that just decided to come out as well. either way, I mean, I want to do a further reading for you, and it's of course like free. I will do it for you for free. I just really want to, and you've been super patient for a long time, but I know you don't have a lot of time, so I'll pull one more of these and then I'll let you do your thing. Yes, so it says no negative energy. No more negative energy. It's gone now. Like, and or what you were feeling about certain situations or people, especially the ones who aren't here anymore to tell us or reassure us, you know? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love you. Thank you for letting me do that. And like I said, you and I will tap into this more when you have more time. Alrighty. No, I'm not in a rush. Their phone was just gonna die, and that was their message. So I was just trying to, yeah, make sure that I get as much in there as I possibly could for them before they had to drop off. Okay. I might actually end my live just for a minute because I did miss a phone call that I've been kind of waiting for. So I think I will check that, and then I don't mind coming back on in a bit here if I don't go golfing. And even if I do go golfing, maybe I'll do a golf live. Okay? I do love you guys. Either way, you'll see me in a little while here. Can I explain my readings? Sure. I channel. Usually I'll do that before I pull any cards for you of, you know, your energy. I'm shown a lot of different things. I have a lot of the clairs, and so it's like smells, sights, pictures. I'm a medium, so obviously I'm approached by your loved ones. I can see things that are of the negative sense that, I mean, really honestly, they're just like, I can tap into your whole being and find out what's going on if you need those kinds of things. And my prophet, I wouldn't give myself that title. No, I mean, I absolutely can tap into your future, but I mean, most people who have a mediumship gift or a psychic gift or ability or some of the clairs can do that, or empathic, or, you know, all of this stuff. It's kind of I've been like this since I was born. I don't know how else to be. So it is an unusual thing, but, and I fought it for a long time. I didn't want to be like this because I wanted to be like everybody else, and it was kind of an uncomfortable burden, and I didn't like it, but I embraced my weird, and I embrace who I am now as an adult, and I really like it, and it is fulfilling when you accept it and you just go with it rather than fighting against something who you truly are and who you're supposed to be. You're not living your purpose, right? Or fulfilling it. I do believe in spiritual beings, absolutely 100%, without a doubt. Today's Meatball Mondays. I really like that, actually. I'm going to use that. Meatball. I'm going to make meatballs then. Maybe I'll make meatballs for supper, but it's really hot in here right now. I don't want to turn on the oven. All right, guys. I will be back on in a little while. I just got to figure out if I'm going golfing or not, because I would really like to, because it's supposed to rain for like the next 5 days, which is dreary. My thoughts on angels is that they're absolutely real, and I know that angels are not what they are perceived to be as these beautiful. They are in their own way, but we have guardian angels. I mean, my spirit guides are not easy on the eyes. Like, one of them doesn't have a face. You know what I mean? Like, they don't look the way that that they do in movies and shit. And although they might be scary looking motherfuckers, some of them, they're very much angels, and they very much have the right intent, but they're not all just love, and like, it's not all about the light. It's all about balance and about what is right, and they're all about justice. Like, for me, that's my experience with them, and like, they look out for you, they protect you, they guide you, but they're very very straightforward about their position or their job, if you will. I do curse. I am sorry. I am a little sailor, for sure. But they are terrifying. Oh, because they're like, if you've ever looked at actual, like, look at angels and not the ones with the halo and the wings. Like, they're not, they're a little spooky. I believe in the Creator. I'm Native American, and so that's definitely what I call it and what in my beliefs. But and in every religion, it's just a version of a higher power that they call a god, or that they worship or pray to, or that they believe in. It just changed to suit whoever's in power at the time. But really, it's all based on the same thing, higher source that we have faith in, or we look to for answers and guidance. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just my personal kind of like opinion on it, but are our souls similar to angels' spiritual bodies? Well, our souls absolutely are okay, so this is how I explain it. So, spirit or ghosts, if you will, are just like the residual energy of our, like what we connect to with other, have connection with on the 3D plane, right? Because a soul will just take all of its important things, the lessons, and it's gone within the first like 8 to 13 minutes, or I think less than that even, of our passing. And so our soul is not our ghost, and a lot of people get that confused, but so it's gone. It goes wherever back to source, back to the creator, or wherever headquarters that is, and then I feel like it's dispatched back out, but not right away. There has to be a time where you kind of go through an evaluation. Your soul, it hands in its work, if you will, and then it's evaluated and discussed, and then it decides again to come down and reincarnate to learn some more things, or it doesn't. It's a whole thing. You could fall down a rabbit hole, but there's probably better people to explain it than me on that. That's my perception of it. And then all of the stuff, say if there's a fire, and they're like, well, what would you collect in those moments of that emergency or state of so, which is kind of what a passing is, in the state of your soul and your body not being connected to be able to exist together anymore. So you leave, like, the body is like the furniture, whatever is left here on this like 3D plane that we connect with, like memories and stuff, the residual energy, if you will. Yeah, so that's, yeah. You're sick of the drama on the streets? I know. I don't really like drama either. I kind of took a break for a while. I do trust my wisdom. I have to. I have to practice what I preach. I can't do these things. I wouldn't be able to teach if it wasn't from experiences either. Like, just because I have this connection or these abilities or gifts, if you will, doesn't mean I've had a really hard life. So, I mean, I've had to learn things the hard way, whether my soul chose that or not. But we just have like this little skin uber, or our body, that we kind of just go with the flow. We don't have a whole lot of control over it. We just make decisions and decisions and choices. But we can't really, we have a fate, right? And also, our guides and stuff. I know I say this a lot to you guys, but I think we forget that, like, they can't access or help us really if we don't give them permission to, right? They can't access our free will choices or interfere. Trust your wisdom. Have a good time. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I really enjoy conversing with you too. The creator is like the angels, hence are we like the creator. Well, yeah, because we are all part of source. I mean, that is what we are all created of, the same thing. It's, we're all the same. I don't know 100% like that's not a person. I don't want to like insult anyone else's religion either or anything. Like, I believe in whatever you believe in and works for you. I support that. I mean, as long as it's not, putting yourself or anyone else in harm to do so, for sure. You know what I mean? But I just feel like it's just a source of life. It's life source, and we just go back to it. And we are always a part of it. It's always a part of us, even when we're alive on this 3D plane in this body, because it's a part of our soul, right? That's, yeah, above that. Okay. Do angels have a God then? That's a good question. Are our souls similar to the angel and spiritual bodies? The creator isn't like... Okay, so I believe you're talking about... Have I ever read the... Oh, there's Raven. Have I ever read the Bible? No. It wasn't something that was practiced in our home. Not that we didn't... Like I said, I grew up different, right? We believe in the creator. And it's not like we don't have faith, and it's not like I haven't read parts of the Bible. And it's not to be disrespectful. I never really I've always felt connected to and had access to answers that I don't know if other, like, I know certain things are different than what they're written, if that makes any sense. And so it's hard for me to like believe in something wholly if I don't 100% care for, like, or know that it's not truth. But there is some beautiful verses in the Bible. There is some things that I absolutely respect and emulsify in my life and my beliefs as well. It explains a lot of the things you say you don't know. Well, that's fair, and I will give it a go, but I just haven't, it wasn't a thing for me growing up, and then it wasn't, I have gone to church. I haven't avoided it or anything. Just that it's also a historical account. Well, that's kind of where I don't believe in it wholly when it comes to there is historical events, yes, I understand that, but I wasn't there, you know. And like there's always different sides to all stories. There's also like this for me a bit of a, I don't believe in everything that the Bible says or that the history of, so I don't believe in a lot of the things that happened should have happened the way that they did. So it's a matter of what I guess I'm comfortable with, not comfortable with, because it doesn't matter what I'm comfortable with. I understand the information's there for me if I want to access it. I just have never felt an extreme want to do so in certain regards. I am trying to. I just also know I have to be respectful, not only for YouTube, but for, you know, the people that I care that are here. I just there's nothing against the Bible, but I don't know how much I respect the entirety of the religion that follows, you know, a lot of it. Yeah. And I don't really like it. It seems very culty to me in a lot of ways, and I know that you're probably like, oh well, look at what you do, but also being judged for practicing something. But like, people, why do you have to read the same book 365 days a year every year for the rest of your entire life? Like, I don't know, I just feel like there needs to be, that's dedication, that's beautiful, everyone should have that for something. But the guides I speak of, like my spirit guides, so everybody has them. They can be, they can be our past loved ones. They can be our soul pets. They can be any, well, some of them, one of them is usually an angel. Archangel Michael is usually one of them for everybody. And then we have, like, I have a very, very tall, very ancient, I believe he's Native American. He's got a cloak. He's Native American. He's an ancestor. He has no face. He has zero personality. He's serious all the time. He doesn't even speak to me via mouth because he's got no face. He's just, our connection is always through this, like, through my third eye. Like, I hear him, see him that way. He shows me messages, like, everything I need to know that way without verbally communicating. I can't really do that with him. Then I have family members, and I have my certain pets too that, like I said, have been a soul connection or a familiar. Yeah, see, that's fucked up. Very deep. You're very intelligent. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the thing. So that is where we're in a time of, you know, our life is in jeopardy, or, you know, we're in an accident, things like that, where, you know, usually they're there for us, you know, they're there to, and Jamie, you're totally probably accurate, you know, and what your situation was very strange as well. There was a lot more to it. Where did the guides come from? This, I have never asked them. I mean, anytime I try to ask certain things like that, or like, you know, some things they just say you're not supposed to have the answer for, or they just won't respond. And it's very irritating. Where do they come from? Well, they come from they come from the ancestors. You know, that word means just like it comes from our history. Somehow it is, and it's one of my ancestors, deep, deep fucking many, many years, many moons ago. In my blood, I guess, my bloodline, if you will, my heritage, my tribe. I do not know why Archangel Michael is with everybody. I just believe it's his purpose. He doesn't really speak a lot. He kind of just guides, and I don't know how to explain that, but I just follow. Or that's who I know is there when I have been in an accident, or I've been in a crisis situation, or, you know, it's speaking things out loud too. I mean, like, you can always ask your guides where they're from. Mine just I don't have an answer for that. I just know that where some of them might come from. Do you know what I mean? And I know why certain pets would choose that if you're very connected to them. Some pets are pets, some pets are family. You know, it's very... Okay, let me catch up. I don't know. I mean, angels are, I believe, just kind of like the soldiers in a way, you know what I mean, for the creator, or the higher power of source, if you will. Smaller forms of so that he can like dispatch out. I don't know how that works. Does the creator know all and do all angels share in this perfect wisdom? I do want to say the creator knows all. I do want to say that our guides, our angels, or the angels, they can, you know, can only, in spirit even, they can only share, we can share it, yes, all of it, you know, but in their own way, you know what I mean? It's an experience for them on their own too, I would imagine. But I don't feel like it does, they don't like, okay, because they're celestial beings. It's not the same as like us here now. Like, our soul is on that level, but our 3D, our body, it's not. Like, it can only exist here. I don't know why that works the way that it does. I can tap into it and ask one day into it, like, a more extent. I didn't really care like 100% where they came from. I just love that they're here for me. You know what I mean? I didn't need, it was like something I didn't need to understand. I just felt was okay. So it's actually nice for me to like be bringing this to my attention. Yes. They fall. Okay, well, know that some angels fell from glory and hell inhabit the earth. Some seek to return to heaven but cannot. Others repel and guide. Yes. Okay. This I do respect what you just said there, because that's kind of, well, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. And that's kind of what I see, but to like the extent of what maybe it says, okay, it's like not in my like shows and stuff, you know, it's so different from that. There's just a deeper connection, I think, that even we understand, even if we are able, or what our belief is, or whatever it might be, or what we see. There's something just so much bigger than us, and it's maybe we're not supposed to know, you know, all these things about, or maybe that's the point, is we aren't supposed to ask all of these questions. We're supposed to just kind of live and just be here and go with the moment and the flow. But then I always want to understand that shit too. I want to understand the bigger picture. I want to know, because like I try to promote that, like seek that knowledge, you know what I mean? Do you think that there's a connection? Something cannot come from nothing? No, I understand, like something cannot come from nothing. Well, no, I understand, but okay, anyways, it's 3:30. I got to figure out what's going on. Do I know Genesis? I don't want to cut you off. I have to return this phone call. So I can pop back on if you want to join again. But it's like I have until like 3:30 35 to return this call, and it's like 3:23 here. So just give me like a few minutes to just do that so I'm not stressed out about it. No, it's okay. Don't be sorry. And I really enjoy this conversation. I actually think it's really important to have these conversations. I like the difference in ideas and sharing that. Like it's so important. That's why we provide these platforms as for communication and to learn and to teach. And it's very, does nothing not exist, or is it something? That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that. I really have to return this phone call. So I will come back on, okay? I love you guys. Bye-bye. I'll be back in like